We're going to start off with the first question from Nate Carroll, who writes, "Hello, Children of AMC. I was wondering if you have any reservations about Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford being in the new Star Wars trilogy. My assumption is that they might not be the best actors on set after hearing about some of the people who have supposedly auditioned. With recent script changes, it appears their characters might be even more important to the story arc. Please tell me I'm crazy and it's all going to work out. Thanks."
Well, first of all, I should point out the question is from Nate Carroll. On yesterday's show, I did that at the opening. I did that little LOB Legion of Boom shout out, which is, of course, was the Legion of Boom is the secondary for the Seattle Seahawks defense. Anyway, so I got an email last night from Nate Carroll, who just happens to be an offensive coach of the Seattle Seahawks and son of the head coach, Pete Carroll. So he actually emailed me last night and said, "Hey, thanks for the shout out to the LOB. And by the way, I got a question." And he gave us this question about Star Wars. It's something we really haven't talked about. But the reality is that aside from Harrison Ford, the actors in the big three, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, didn't exactly go on from Star Wars, my most beloved film franchise of all time. They didn't exactly go on from Star Wars and have what you would call stellar Hollywood red carpet careers. I mean, Mark Hamill's probably always going to now be best known, other than Luke Skywalker, will always be best known for doing voice work, specifically for the Joker for a number of years, in the Batman animated stuff. And it's true. Looking down the rumored list of people who may or may not appear in the next Star Wars film, Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill are not the best actors on those lists. But they are Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher. They are Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. So the point almost becomes moot. I actually think it'll be fine. I think J.J. Abrams, as a director who works with actors, J.J. always does seem to get really good performances out of his actors. Looked at any of his TV shows, any of the films he's directed, and even the movies that I haven't really liked, like I didn't really like Super 8. But the performances he got out of all of his child actors, all of his adult actors, were all pretty darn solid. And so even though, Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher may not be on their own the strongest thespians in the world, I think in the hands of a J.J. Abrams, I think he's going to do a great job with them, and I think he'll get a solid performance out of them that he needs for the movie. Anyway, Dennis, how do you see this?
Yeah, I think they're going to have a larger role than originally anticipated, but still, it's not going to be a huge, they're not going to be the stars of this next trilogy.
The rumors are going, remember, rumors. Speaking of rumors, we should say there's been no official word from Disney or anybody that these three are going to be in the film.
Yeah.
But the rumors going around lately is that the rewrite that J.J. Abrams and Kasdan have done actually puts much more of the emphasis of the film on the original three than originally planned. They may be going in that direction.
Yeah, but I think emphasis means their characters are more important into what the story is, but I don't think that means that they're going to be leading the film. I don't think Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia are going to be running around killing people. I think they're just kind of I think they're going to be mentors to whoever they cast as
but they're going to be more than a rocking chair.
No,
I was a Jedi.
No, but I just don't see them as the lead characters. And I think they're good enough. And what you're saying about J.J. Abrams is I think the key thing. He brings out really good performances, especially Super 8. I didn't love it, but I liked the movie. The child actors are some of the hardest people to get performances out of. And he got some great performances.
Yeah.
And so I think the key is J.J. Abrams doing that, versus if George Lucas was directing this next trilogy, we saw what he did with stellar actors like Natalie Portman, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Jake Lloyd.
Right.
Hello, great actors. Have you guys seen Jingle All the Way?
I have the midichlorians inside of my body.
I think Solo is going to get killed in Episode 7. That's my prediction. Because Harrison Ford's always like,
ballsy.
just kill me. Just kill me already. And he's like, look, I'll do Han Solo if you give me one more shot at Indiana Jones. I don't care. I'm in a weird MODOK flying mobile. He's going to be 75. I think all three of those guys are going to be featured more heavily. As we've seen them talking about, they've got a heavy rewrite going. Art's script is out. This new script is in. Everyone's talking about Hamill doing backflips, 6 months in a harness. So, and Mark Hamill, Metalocalypse, what's up? He's an amazing actor. So I think he's always gotten the short end of the stick. As you know, Carrie Fisher as well. She's a great actress too. But Mark Hamill's going to get his chance to shine again, I think, in this film. So I'm excited about it.
Aaron?
I've always wanted to see the original cast return for episode 7, but to a minor extent. I want to see them there. I want some expository stuff going on, but at the same time, I really want them to transition to the new cast and focus on where this trilogy will be going, because why spend a whole entire movie about the older cast when really this is going to probably phase them out a little bit. So I think we'll see them there, and I'm glad that we will, but I'm also excited to see what the future holds for Star Wars and the following movies that we'll be getting in the future,
Yeah.
which I'm so excited about, and as fans, I know that we're all excited about that.
And we were talking the other day about a neat little shout they could do, and it would be pretty cool if Han is talking to one is playing around, horsing around with one of his sons, and they're playing gunfight, and they draw and they shoot, and the kid goes, "You're supposed to be dead, Dad," and he says, "No, I shot first." That would be kind of funny. But the Jake Lloyd thing, I remember watching the first Phantom Menace, and I remember thinking, okay. Even because the first 4 or 5 times I watched Phantom Menace, I lied to myself and tried to convince myself that this movie's okay.
I know a lot of people who did that.
I know,
Yeah.
I just lied to myself so badly. But anyway, even in the first time when I thought the movie was okay, I remember I thought Jake Lloyd was terrible, but I was hanging in there with Jake Lloyd. He was a child actor, so give him a break. I mean, I wouldn't have been any better. But I remember thinking, oh, this is bad, but no, he'll be okay, he'll be fine. And then that one line came, yippee! As soon as he said yippee, I was done. I'm like, no, sign me out.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.